Shelby Bells, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. In today's video, you guys, we're going to talk about David Dobrik and Jeff WITTEK, because David Dobrik has finally come out and made some statements regarding the lawsuit with Jeff WITTEK and the excavator. I thought we should talk about it. I've been updating you guys along the way with the situation. There hasn't been really anything that's happened recently until now. So let's talk about it. If you're interested in hearing more about that drama, make sure that you keep on watching. Okay, before we get into today's video, if you are new here, my name is Shelby. I'm the crazy cat lady of the drama community here on YouTube. I bring you the tea 7 days a week with the help of my investigative research team, Mr. and Miss Kitty. This is Mr. Kitty. He's really the face of the operation here on my channel. He loves to be held, loves to be cuddled, loves to hang out on his throne here. And then we have Miss Kitty. She's really the brains of the operation. She finds all the receipts and all the tea. If you have a receipt from Miss Kitty, you guaranteed it's the true tea, the facts, all of that. Mr. Kitty's not so good at getting the receipts, you guys. He sometimes will bring me clickbait, half-truths, the tea that hasn't fully developed yet. So if we ever get a receipt like that from Mr. Kitty, I'm sorry, he's trying. You guys, give Mr. Kitty a break. He's doing the best that he can. But anyway, if you like the drama, if you like cats, if you like the tea, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember that all Shelby Bells ring the bell. Mr. Kitty's in the mood to be held today, aren't you, baby? He is. You're being such a sweetie, aren't you, baby? The cats are just wanting to be held and cuddled all day. Hey, Miss. What was that, Miss? Okay, Miss. Okay, so Miss says she was doing some research on the tea for this week, and she came across a TMZ. Mr. Kitty's getting upset because I'm talking about Miss and giving her camera time. Okay, Mr. Kitty, fine. Mr. Kitty, I have to give your sister the time too, because she's the one that gets most of the receipts, Mr. Kitty. Mr. Kitty, if you would do a better job of getting the receipts, but we've got a couple Mr. Kitty receipts coming this week, you guys, and you already know, I told him I'm gonna give him a shot, but you know how it is, Mr. Kitty gives the receipts. Sometimes it's like, well, a little crazy, but Miss, okay, so tell us exactly what you were thinking, Miss. She wants me to read you guys the TMZ article that they posted in regards to this whole David Dobrik situation. So I'm going to read it for you. Roll it.
David Dobrik says he shouldn't be held responsible for any injuries suffered by a YouTuber in a social media stunt gone wrong, claiming the guy knew what he was signing up for. The influencer just responded to Jeff WITTEK's lawsuit against him, with David claiming Jeff knowingly assumed the risk involved with the stunt and can't collect any damages from David just because he got hurt when it went sideways. TMZ broke the story. Jeff sued David back in June for more than $10 million, claiming David should have never been behind the controls of the massive excavator used in the stunt, which saw YouTubers being swung around from a rope attached to the excavator's shovel. Jeff says when it was his turn, David started swinging him around too quickly before abruptly slowing down, causing WITTEK to slam into the side of the excavator, resulting in broken and fractured bones, plus a torn ligament. In response to Jeff's suit, David claims WITTEK knew how risky the stunt was and can't blame David for his injuries. David is asking the judge to dismiss the complaint and award nothing to Jeff.
Okay, so I have so many thoughts on this, you guys. I'm not saying that I think that Jeff WITTEK is like a saint, right? I don't think Jeff WITTEK is a saint. I think that he has been, in the middle of a lot of things that are kind of problematic as far as the vlog squad goes in his past and everything. And he's not perfect, right? But in this situation with David Dobrik is absolutely in the wrong, okay? Jeff WITTEK agreed, obviously, to get on the excavator. He climbed up there himself. It was a thing he physically did himself, right? He did that trusting the fact that David Dobrik was going to keep him safe while he was operating this. Mr. Kitty and Miss, y'all don't start fighting now, okay? We already know the tea, you guys. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him what you guys said. And Miss, don't start fighting Mr. Kitty about his bad receipts. And Mr. Kitty, don't start fighting Miss Kitty because you think that she's a know-it-all, okay? I don't want to hear it today. We're just trying to get the people the tea, baby, okay? So, they're fighting down there. Okay, you are fighting down there, baby. Okay, well, okay. So, David Dobrik was absolutely in the wrong. You see him in other videos where Karina, I think, is on the excavator, and she's just hanging there, dangling around, like very like gently swinging about and all that stuff. And so Jeff was like, okay, if I get on there, it seems safe enough. He saw somebody on there, saw what was happening, and I was like, okay, I can do this. He's a daredevil, okay. Was it the best decision for him to make? No, but at the same damn time, it's like, okay, he made the decision. He was trusting his friend to not hurt him, right? He was trusting David Dobrik not to hurt him. David Dobrik started swinging that excavator around so fast while he was on there. And what do you think's gonna happen, dude? What is physics? When you take something that's going super fast and then stop it abruptly, well, when you stop, I'm not a scientist, you guys, but please understand what I'm trying to say. When you're swinging something around like this and then you just stop swinging it, but the thing is attached to something else, it has to come to a stopping point at some point, and the only way it's going to stop itself is by hitting something else, right? That's the way that works, right? I don't know what David Dobrik was thinking, him thinking that he could just swing this thing around, have it stop abruptly, and have Jeff not get hurt. It doesn't make any sense. Obviously, Jeff's gonna slam into something. Unless he were to have released his grip and flown off of the excavator and landed in the middle of the lake somewhere, that could have been a possibility. But then he probably would have been injured by the lake and stuff. Because if you guys see, when they're running around in there, the water's only like to their knees. It's not like this is super deep water. So even if, say, that it was planned for him to like release and jump into the lake, right? The water is so shallow, he would have hurt himself regardless. And what do you do in that moment? You're holding on for dear life because you're on this thing, right? Someone stops it abruptly. You saw how quick that footage was in that video. It stopped and then bam. And like, so for David to say that Jeff knew the risks of this whole situation, it doesn't paint David Dobrik in a good light. And listen, I know that when you have a lawsuit against you, you have to defend your side of the story. I get it. And he's gonna defend his side of the story, but him wanting this to get dismissed? You're not getting this dismissed, my guy. You're not getting this dismissed. I mean, maybe if, maybe it has a chance of settling with Jeff, but I don't think it's gonna get dismissed. I mean, you caused this guy so much turmoil, injuries, trauma, all of that stuff, and you think it's just gonna go away? David Dobrik is one of my least favorite people on the YouTube platform because I feel like he just thinks the rules don't apply to him. He feels like he can't get in trouble for anything that goes wrong. And in this situation, my heart is so full for Jeff WITTEK in this situation. Now, Jeff is not innocent in everything that he's done. He's also had his fair share of drama, but Jeff WITTEK, he is the victim in this situation. And if you don't see that Jeff WITTEK is the victim in this situation, then you're not thinking clearly and you're not seeing things clearly. Like, I can't believe he's trying to pull that stunt and say that he agreed to go up there so he knew the consequences. No, he went on there for the video because you pressured him to for the video, right? You made it look like it was gonna be like very like la la la, like easygoing, da da da. And then when he gets up there, you start swinging it around like a maniac. Of course someone's gonna get hurt when you act erratically like that. They shouldn't have ever done this stunt to begin with. They should have never done this stunt to begin with. And that honestly brings me to another topic, which is I actually really don't like these like prank channels and these like prank groups, like the Jake Paul group that they had, and like the vlog squad and all that stuff. They just play pranks on each other all day. Why would you want to have a group of friends where your entire existence is just like literally playing pranks on each other that gets people injured? Like, why would you want that? Injured or humiliated? Why would you want that? David Dobrik's just an awful person. There's footage of him hitting his assistant Natalie in the face, and Natalie also isn't a good person because she just like does whatever he says. It just really, really upsets me, you guys. I really can't mess with it. But anyway, you guys, let me know what you guys think about David and his attorney and his side of this whole lawsuit situation coming out against Jeff WITTEK. Do you think it was Jeff WITTEK's fault? Do you think he knew the consequences and he knew what he was signing up for? Or do you agree with Jeff WITTEK and say like, no, he severely hurt Jeff Wittek. David severely hurt Jeff Wittek, and there needs to be consequences to pay. Who do you think's gonna win this lawsuit? Do you think they'll settle? Can't talk. Do you think they'll settle? Do you think they will get it dismissed? Like, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Do you think this thing is going to get dismissed? Do you think they'll settle? Like, who do you think would win if it went to court? Let me know in the comment section down below all your thoughts on this subject. I'd love to hear from you. And aside from that, that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember that all Shelby bells ring the bell. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, YouTube should be suggesting a couple more down here for you to choose from. So I'd love it if you did that. I don't think I have an entire Jeff Wittek playlist or a David. Oh, I have a David Dobrik playlist. So that'll be right here for you guys so you can see it. And aside from that, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.